Hello everyone, welcome you to the next session on polynomials of class 10 mathematics. In this session, we'll discuss some problems from exercise 2.3. Here is the first problem for you all. Divide the polynomial p of x by the polynomial g of x and find the quotient and remainder in each of the following. Here we have three subdivisions for your p of x and g of x. Let's solve the first subdivision now. Here p of x is nothing but x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3. And your g of x is x square minus 2. You can check here the degree of the polynomial p of x and degree of the polynomial g of x. Degree of p of x is, you can see it's a polynomial of degree 3. So it's already, it's named as a cubic polynomial. So let me just write degree of p of x is 3 just for us to understand. It doesn't mean that it is very important, but to do the comparison we may need it here. And degree of g of x is 2. Okay, let's move for the division of polynomials. We have already discussed how to divide two polynomials in the previous session. We'll see the steps here. Here is the first step of division of polynomials. And as we normally divide any two numbers, we have written the polynomial p of x inside the lines and the polynomial g of x outside the lines here. So the first term of our dividend, the dividend here is x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3. The first term of the dividend is x cube. The first term of the divisor is x square. So the first step to do our division is divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor, that is x cube by x square, which is nothing but x. This is why we have x in the quotient. So this is not the complete quotient, this is a part of our quotient. Now the next step is to multiply the divisor with the available quotient now. It is x into x square. X into x square is x cube. And then minus 2 into x. Minus 2 into x is minus 2x. So you can see x into x square minus 2 gives us x cube minus 2x. Here it is. I have written x cube under x cube and minus 2x under the term x to have a better understanding. Otherwise, we may miss out something when we do the subtraction. So let us align the terms and write it one along the other one. Now, the next step to proceed here is change of signing. Actually, we'll be subtracting the expressions here. To make it short, we will change the sign of the terms in the product. So x cube, we have x cube here, it is positive. So changing the positive to negative. So that is why we have a negative sign here. And minus 2x, we have minus 2x here, the sign is negative. So we're going to make it as positive. So positive becomes negative and negative becomes positive. Now you can see your x cube and minus x cube will get cancelled, leaving you 0 here. And the next term that we are going to subtract here is 5x and it is plus 2x. So 5x plus 2x gives you 7x. So actually you have got 0 plus 7x. What about the remaining? I have the term called minus 3x square. So that is brought down here. Similarly, I have one more term called minus 3 that is also brought down here. So we have got minus 3x square plus 7x minus 3 as a dividend for time being. So we are left out with minus 3x square plus 7x minus 3. We are not yet done with our division. We still have to continue. Why so? We can check here the degree of this part of the divisor. The degree you have it here is 2. And degree of your g of x is, it's also 2. So degree of g of x and your remainder, so-called remainder, is actually same. Degree of g of x is equal to degree of r of x. We cannot stop here. We have to proceed because as per a division algorithm for polynomials, your degree of r of x should be less than or equal to degree of g of x. So let's proceed with our long division. Here it is. You can see this is where we were having in the previous step. This was our divisor, that is minus 3x square plus 7x minus 3 was our divisor. Let's start from here. Since this was our dividend. Since this is our dividend, let's consider the first term of the dividend. The first term here is minus 3x square. And the first term of the divisor is x square. So when I divide one by the other, I get minus 3. So minus 3 has been added to the quotient that we had. We had x already. Minus 3 is added to it, leaving us x minus 3 as a quotient. Now let us proceed in the multiplication. That is minus 3 with x square gives you minus 3x square. You can see it here. And then minus 3 into minus 2 gives you plus 6. You can see that here. Thus, we have finished multiplying minus 3 with x square minus 2, giving us minus 3x square plus 6. The next thing that we have to do is subtracting these two. That is subtracting the available dividend and the product, for which we need to do the change of sign. We have minus 3x square here, that should be converted to plus 3x square. So the positive sign is written over here. Then we have plus 6. So this has to be converted to minus 6. Negative sign is written inside the bracket here. Let us proceed with the subtraction. Minus 3x square plus 3x square leaves you 0x square. We don't have any term here with x square. Then minus 3 minus 6 gives us minus 9. And we are left out with 7x here. So 7x can be written down. So leaving us 7x minus 9. Let me check whether I have to continue the long division or I have to stop here, for which I'll be comparing the degree. Degree of this part, if at all I consider this as my remainder, degree of this remainder is equal to 1, whereas degree of g of x is equal to 2. So we can check degree of r of x is definitely less than degree of g of x. So this is the place where we have to stop our long division. So with this, we come to an end of this problem where we can identify our quotient and also remainder. Q of x is equal to x minus 3 and r of x equal to 7x minus 9. So when we are supposed to divide any two numbers, the ultimate thing that you will be finding out is quotient and remainder. Hence, we have got the quotient and remainder for the polynomials that are divided. So this is how we have to do the long division of any two polynomials. For better more understanding, I am doing one more subdivision here, which is nothing but the third subdivision of the same problem. Here it is. P of x is equal to x power 4 minus 5x plus 6 and g of x is equal to 2 minus x square. So here dividend is x power 4 minus 5x plus 6 and divisor is 2 minus x square. I can very well write this 2 minus x square as minus x square plus 2 for my convenience. I'm just rearranging this, the plus 2 I'm bringing it to the other side, that's all. Now let me check the degree of p of x. Degree of p of x, you can see here the maximum power of x here is 4. So degree of p of x is 4. Now what is the degree of g of x? The maximum power that we have is 2. So degree of g of x is 2 here. So let's start our division process as we normally write. We write the terms inside the lines here. You can notify here that is we don't have any x cube term or x square term in the given polynomial, that is p of x, but still to let me not have any confusion while doing the division. So to avoid such confusions, I'm writing the terms with terms like x cube and x square with the coefficient as 0. That is when any number is multiplied with a 0, it becomes 0. That we all knew it. So I'm writing this x cube as 0 into x cube. Similarly, writing x square term as 0 into x square and adding it. It could be either added or subtracted. That doesn't matter. So x power 4 minus 5x plus 6 is written like x power 4 plus 0x cube plus 0x square minus 5x plus 6. Let's start with the long division, for which let me compare the first terms of the dividend and the divisor. The first term of the dividend is x power 4 and first term of the divisor is minus x square. So when I divide these two, I get the quotient as minus x square. So minus x square will be the first term of my quotient. So here is a quotient minus x square. Now the next step is multiply the available quotient with your divisor. Minus x square into minus x square gives you x power 4. Here it is. And then minus x square into plus 2 gives you minus 2x square. Here it is. Now the next thing is to do the subtraction, that is changing of the signs of the terms. Plus x power 4 becomes minus x power 4, minus 2x square becomes plus 2x square. Let's go for subtracting this. X power 4 minus x power 4 gives you 0x power 4. We already have 0x cube, so let me write it here. And what about our x square here? It was 0x square plus 2x square, which gives you plus 2x square. And the remaining, I have two terms here. There is minus 5x plus 6. So I'm bringing those terms here. Writing it here becomes you. My 2x square minus 5x plus 6 is going to be your dividend for the next step. Let's continue this part on the next page. Here it is. We can see the present dividend. It is nothing but 2x square minus 5x plus 6. So this is where we have to start with. The first term of the dividend here is 2x square, whereas the first term of the divisor is minus x square. When you divide one by the other, you get minus 2 as a quotient. So you can see minus 2 as a part of your quotient. You already had minus x square. Now minus 2 is also added to it. So the quotient becomes minus x square minus 2. Now let's multiply the divisor with minus 2. You can see minus x square into minus 2 gives you 2x square, that is plus 2x square, and plus 2 into minus 2 gives you minus 4. Here it is. So we have 2x square minus 4 as a product. The next step is to do the subtraction. Let me change the sign here. Plus 2x square is changed to minus 2x square. Minus 4 is changed to plus 4 because of the changing of signs. Now when I am subtracting it, 2x square minus 2x square gives you 0x square. Then 6 plus 4 gives you 10. And there is one thing that is left out is minus 5x. So minus 5x plus 10 is going to be the remainder so far. Let me compare the degree of the remainder with the degree of g of x. You can check degree of r of x is 1 here, whereas degree of g of x is 2. Obviously, degree of r of x is less than degree of g of x. So we have to stop at this point. So the answer is q of x is x square minus 2 and r of x is minus 5x plus 10. So this is what we get when we divide the given polynomials. So with this, I hope you would have got a better understanding on how to divide two polynomials, whether you have same terms or if any terms are missing out. I hope you know how to do it. Now there is one more subdivision left out in this problem. That is going to be your homework. Keep trying it and keep practicing it. You can even try your example problems for more practice. I'll come up with the next session on some more problems. Thank you.